Debo Akande, Executive Advisor, International Cooperation and Development.
Thank you very much. As we normally do in Nigeria, but also compelled to recognize a couple of people here because as I've been relayed in my CV just now, I also work for your state government. So on the basis of that, I will start by recognizing our own Chief of Staff, who is representing His Excellency the Governor for your state here today, Honorable Sheku Okowi. You're most welcome. I believe that the Right Honorable Debo Akande is also going to be here at a point in time, the Speaker of the House. My brother, Dr. Adepoju, House of Representatives, nice to see you here again this year. I recognize all the commissioners that are here. I can't be mentioning each one of them. You know, we have education, works, and energy. All the essays to the governors that are here, the vice chancellors of universities that are here, the deans of academics, the business mogul, the students that are here, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to welcome you to this pivotal gathering where we will explore how to revolutionize education through skills with a focus on technical and vocational education and training, TPSeal, in our globalized world. To the young people here today, this is about the future. You are growing up in a world that is changing faster than ever. The jobs you will have tomorrow may not even exist today. The question is, are we equipping you with the skills, not just to survive, but to thrive in this dynamic world? The answer is, unfortunately, is not yet what it can be. And to the academics and the educators that are here, you are the architects of this transformation. You have the power to shape minds, inspire innovations, and bridge the gaps between theories and practice. But in a world where skills are becoming as important as knowledge, we must rethink how we prepare the next generation. We stand at the crossroads of an educational revolution. The traditional learning models are struggling to keep up with the speed of technological change, automation, and global workforce demands. The reality is that degrees alone do no longer guarantee jobs. Skill do. In the context of rapidly changing labor markets and evolving skills needs due to globalization, technological progress, demographic transformation, and climate change, well-performing TPSeal is even greater in ensuring smooth job transition. This is especially critical as global youth unemployment stands at 13% in 2024, much higher than the overall employment rate. This average masks large disparity across countries, particularly in low and medium countries. This is where technical and vocational education and training emerge as a game changer. It is not just the education of the past, it is the education of the future. It is dynamic, industry-driven, and essential for economic growth, innovation, and social mobility. But let us be very, very honest. TVET has an image problem. Too often, it is seen as a second choice option, a path for those who can't pursue traditional academic routes. This couldn't be further from the truth. Moreover, we must work towards dismantling outdated perception that vocational training is a secondary option. Instead, we must champion it as a pathway to success, one that fosters creativity, resilience, and adaptability. We must create policies that promote inclusivity and accessibility, ensuring that every individual, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to acquire the skills necessary for a prosperous future. Countries around the world are rethinking their education systems, realizing that skill-based learning is the key to unlocking opportunity, reducing unemployment and preparing individuals not just for finding jobs, but to create them. Countries like Germany, Singapore, and Switzerland are proving it. Invest in skills and you build a workforce that doesn't just survive or thrives. We need an education system that responds to the need of the workforce, integrate technology, and empower learners with practical experience. And I will quickly share one of those practical experiences here. I'm always not too comfortable with a written speech. Some years ago, in secondary school, as the youngest in my set at the age of 15, and of course the record is still there as to what were my academic records. But I didn't see the back door of a tertiary institution until 9 years after, for diverse reasons. Today I hold a doctorate degree. TVET helped me. Maybe if it wasn't for TVET, today I might probably not have those academic qualifications. I left to England after those periods, and the first opportunity that I got was in a vocational college. That provided the background that is needed, because I was already a grown-up. At 15, 9 years, I was 24. And there are age limits where you can enter this and enter that in such a society. So the better option for me then was to go to a college, vocational and training, technical college. And that was where I had my first diploma, that led to my first degree, and my master's, and my doctorate. We didn't see it as a second class or secondary option for me. That was the reality of my life. The second story was about a friend that left this country after he finished his first degree. University of Ibadan, actually, was the university that he came to. He graduated and came to England and we went to secondary school together. And within a very short space of time, we realized that this young man got a very good job. As at 2005, he was earning, please I know that, £30 per hour. As at 2005. So a good number of my friends ran to him and said, "You only came less than 2 years, and you had this great job earning this." And he called many of us and said, "What has led me to this is not my certificate from Nigeria." The certificate from Nigeria was very important, the one that he did at the University of Ibadan. But in that kind of a society where he is, he quickly got information around what TPSeal could do. And he did a training, city and guild training, certificates in lecturing. And by virtue of that alone, he was placed on the pedestal of what those that have masters couldn't get in England. We all quickly went to go and do the same course because we were interested in lecturing. And that was the reason why I knew what he was earning. Because I also started earning that as far back as 2005. And many of our colleagues started earning that as well. Not just earning. From there, we started grooming our soft skills that are then required, and now required also for employability in many of them. We mentioned that I work in IT, that is true. I have done advertisements several times for positions. One position alone, I saw over 1,500 applicants. 7 first-class students. And we had to re-advertise the position again. Because those certifications were there, but the soft skills that were needed, we couldn't find. Most soft skills, you get them from technical or vocational trainings. Most of the companies these days are looking for people with skills and not just certificates. I'm hoping that as we continue to learn and do what we need to do, we understand the role of the technical and vocational education in creating skill sets that are required for today's need. I'm not so sure as well whether we have also noted that majority of our artisans, or the artisans that do the best of the best job, whether as tilers or that build houses, are mostly being brought from Republic of Benin and Togo. If many of us want to build now, we will have them to come from Republic of Benin and Togo. The reason is because majority of those that you are bringing here are certified vocational trainees. They go through training before they could become a tiler. They have this certification because they could become a bricklayer. We also have that as a country. And we still have those systems in place. But how practical they are for us in this generation is questionable. So when they say there are no jobs, I mostly say there are no CVs, many jobs, but there are no CVs that are matching those jobs. Some of us get 3, 4 call to employment at the same time, and we have to make a choice between 1, 2, or 3. While other colleagues with almost similar qualification are struggling to get one job. What makes the major difference is your skill set. I'm hoping that this meeting today, this conference, this forum, this summit, will cheer our spirit and our mindset to the importance of vocational and technical education in developing skill sets that are needed, for the workforce in this generation. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that by the end of the forum this day or today, we'll be able to have elicit provoking thoughts that is going to cheer up to look at the importance of this area in our academic and economical life. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Wow. Please, can we